Glancing at this game makes me want to scream nostalgia. If you see these Rugrats episodes where Tommy Pickles or Chucky go on imaginary adventures, then you know you're going to have a good time. Take that similar imagination aspect, but only Bomberman, which alters a lot of bombing in huge battleground like worlds, not something that you would find in Rugrats. Bomberman 64 is the first 3D game in the Bomberman series. The 64 game takes a different approach with the single player mode by incorporating that action adventure and platforming instead of the arenas. But now, Bomberman can now finally drop or pick up bombs in 3D, which might have been exciting at the time. Despite the same 2D overlay alike, Bomberman also uses his bombs to destroy enemies in his path or vulnerable objects that doesn't stand up in Bomberman's way. The Bomberman is also be able to walk in 8 directions with a rotating camera, which also features 3 different zoom levels. Instead of the arena aspect, you'll be presented in 6 worlds in addition to 4 locations being anchored on this floating island, which all has distinct environments that is possible to interact. These levels involve fire to ice, a space highway, a green garden, a blue resort, and a beholding palace. This game inspires Super Mario 64 by collecting 120 hidden gold cards to access the true ending. The story involves a what's so-called peaceful palace until these 4 planets was attached by the masked trio, and hoping that Bomberman could discover what really happened and departs to adventure. By the way, the trios is what you will defeat every 2 levels in every world. Interestingly, Bomberman only has the power to only use bombs, which means swimming, climbing, or jumping won't work. This aspect reminds me of Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, yet the game plays quite the same. The key comparison to other Bomberman games is the bomb explosions that have spiritual effects instead of the cross-shaped ones. With Bomberman 64, this game focuses its single player core and multiplayer is focused and significant. This mode arena adds arenas that is built for the 4 players or components. The goal is to blow up other players to survive. The last one that stands wins. If you die, you turn into a ghost for a brief period of time, and you can partake your players by tackling them for advantage. Custom Bombermans can be used once you collect all 120 points, which have no effect to your character. Plus, the battles can be chosen unless they're unlocked, with a total of 10 can be playable. The downsides are the multiplayer content, and yet this is all of it besides the team modes or single mode, which they couldn't have had more content or additions. Even the characters you make can't be used in adventure mode, which doesn't make any sense, especially when you have to get all the points to even allow you to play custom characters in multiplayer. However, on the good side of things, this game is very good because of its defining addictive gameplay and charming characters, which what makes this game fun to play. I love to point out that these glittery waters and how smooth these textures can really be. The difficulty stands very pleasantly, which doesn't get harder the more you play. The controls are somewhat good and the music is solid. Although, this game could improve on multiplayer and the worthless but innovative custom characters. If you're looking for a Bomberman to play that isn't involved multiplayer, then this game isn't a bad choice. As a traditional standpoint, Bomberman's second attack or hero might be superior than the original. Very stunning graphics, somewhat good controls, and the difficulty really stands up in this Bomberman 64. In conclusion, my score is a 7.5 out of 10.